Good afternoon, Morgan Park Mustangs. This message is for CP and DP class of 2020 students. And so before I begin, let me just say that I miss you all so very, very much. And so I know that there are a lot of questions about a lot of things that are happening right now. And to be honest, we don't have the answers to all of the questions, but this particular message is being sent to answer questions specifically as they relate to the IB, to DP, and to CP exams. So listen clearly so that you'll make sure that you understand what's going on and how you'll be impacted. And so I also want to make sure that you all are staying safe, but I also want to make sure that you all are continuing to stay engaged academically. And so I'll talk to you all in just a second about why that's so important. But IB has announced that the exams that were scheduled for May have been canceled due to the worldwide closure. And so depending on what students are registered for, the students will be awarded a diploma or a course certificate, which reflects the standard of work. This is based on students' coursework and the established assessment expertise, rigor, and quality control already built into the programs. So IB will utilize the internal exams, which you take with your teachers, and any external assessments that have already been completed throughout the 2 years of the program. And so the internal assessments are graded by Morgan Park teachers, and then a sample is sent to IB to be moderated. IB then takes the score and they adjust it based on moderated samples, and then they assign it a grade. External assessments are all sent to be IB graded, and then the grade IB assigns is used to determine the credit. Okay, that's for the external assessments when we send them out. It is so important that students continue to work on their internal and external assessments and stay in contact with your classroom teacher through Google Classroom. I know that the guidance says that right now that new work is not being assigned, but this is a reminder that your internal assessments, you were already working on those before the school closure. So the expectation is that you continue to work on them. I'm going to walk you through a chart, seniors, that helps you understand where you should be in terms of progress. And again, if you have any questions, I want you to reach out to your teachers directly, and you can also reach out to Ms. Mudron. So give me a second. I'm going to click over, and we are going to take a look at exactly what you're expected to be able to do. So seniors, for your internal assessments in English, you've completed your written task and your oral commentary. So for English, you will see that your internal assessment is already complete. If you are taking Spanish or French, you still have work that you should be working on. So you will have to still continue working on a 15-minute conversation with your teacher in either Spanish or French. And then the conversation is going to be based on a picture related to a class theme. You'll have in your email, you'll also get a link to this document. Click on that link and it'll give you more information about that conversation. In history, your historical investigation is already complete. If you are taking math studies, your mathematical investigation is complete. If you are taking math standard level, you should still be working on an individual research and database paper upon the topic of your choice using math. The project started in junior year with rough drafts, and then you have to submit it senior year. The final due date was on March 24th. If you have more questions, check that Google Hangout. Again, math standard level, you should still be working on your task. For sports, exercise, and health sciences, you have a lab project that you should still be working on. It's an individual research and database paper. It was first assigned in October. The rough draft was due in February, and the final due date was March 19th. That is your internal assessment for sports, exercise, and health sciences. For biology, you have a lab project that you should be working on. That was first assigned in October. The rough draft was due in February, and the final due date was March 19th. If you haven't finished for sports exercise or for biology, again, you need to get that done ASAP. For visual arts, there are three things that are still in process. Your exhibition pieces, so showcasing artwork from throughout the 2 years. For your process portfolio, you have to still work on, so pages will be scanned from your portfolio. And then for your comparative study, you'll continue to compare two artists and elements of their work. For psychology, it's already complete. For ITGS, if you have not completed it, you would have gotten a separate email. So check your email. For theory of knowledge or TOK, you should be working on your presentation. So that's the final assessment for the TOK class. And then the presentations can be done in a group of 2 or 3, or it can be done individually. In either case, you're responsible for producing a 7 to 10 minute video. For your DP core, the extended essay is complete. Your CAS is still in progress, and so you're assigned 8 learning outcomes and activities through the TOK in your Google Classroom. For your CPS core, you're still, for your CP core, for your reflective project, is still in progress. So you have to continue to research your ethical dilemmas connected to their gaming and career-related program. So again, you're making good progress. You can see some of your internal assessments have already been completed, and then some of your internal assessments have not been completed. And so we want to make sure that you are still continuing to work on whatever you need. The reason that this is so important is because as best as we know right now, the scores that you receive will determine if you get college credit for your IB classes. And we want to make sure that you get credit for all of your hard work. Here's the other thing that I want to remind you all as seniors. I know we've been out of school almost 2 weeks now. It's very easy to sit at home and to get lazy or to get into lazy habits. But eventually, when the world returns to normal, you all are still going to have to continue your education. Whether you are going to a 2-year college or 4-year college, you're going into the workforce, you have to continue to be academically engaged. Your brain is a muscle. If you start letting that muscle get too lazy, it is going to be hard when you make the transition from high school to college. And so it's important for you all to keep working on your academics and making sure that you all earn that college credit. That might be the difference of a class that you have to take in college or not have to take in college. The other thing is you all are competing with students from all over the world, and many of them are still either in school or they are still being required to learn through some type of e-learning platform. I want to make sure that you all are still ready and able to compete. Again, if you all have any questions, reach out to Ms. Mudron, reach out to your classroom teachers. You know, I'm also available via email. But I want to make sure that you all are doing your absolute best. If you all have any other challenges that's making it difficult for you to complete your assignments, send an email to me or Ms. Mudron, and as best as possible, we will try to get all of those challenges worked out for you all. I'm going to send another class of 2020 specific video to answer some of the questions that I know that you all have regarding your senior events. Remember, I am just an email or G-chat away if you all have any questions. I miss you so much. I cannot wait to see you all when we return. Prayers that we are keeping our families safe and that you all are safe, and that I will see you all again really soon.